Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, I want to go over this brand new purple Altar of Souls that Plarium has put into the game. So there's a new event happening. But first, I want to do some housekeeping. So there was a giveaway a couple days ago, last week ago, and I submitted the winners late, so you guys should be getting your rewards pretty soon. I also want to highlight that I will be streaming today at the start or near start of the CVC, so I'll be streaming on YouTube. Also, I want to highlight that in the description below is my Discord channel, and I will be doing another giveaway during the stream. So this is kind of a new way for me to give away some giveaway packs for viewers or for supporters of the channel. So the way I want to do this one is basically you guys enter my Discord. During my stream, I'll have a call to action basically saying, okay guys, first 5 people to send me their IDs will get the rewards, and the rewards will be 540 gems, a void shard, and an epic book. And so yeah, I just thought this is a good way to promote some activity in my Discord channel. It's brand new. It's a good way to connect with me if you guys have any specific questions, and there's lots of helpful people in there, and it's actually pretty active actually for a relatively small Discord. So really happy with the direction that it's going. So if you guys want to get involved, definitely check that out. It's going to be in the description below. All right, so let's talk about this Altar of Souls here. It's nice and purple today. So we got some news yesterday, so they were preparing us for this, but then it's called the Mighty Soulstone, Mighty Soul Summon event. They're launching a new event. It's going to start today, and it's going to last for 3 days. During this event, there's going to be unique souls in the unique pool. Yeah. So Prism Jewels are required to summon the champion souls from the Prism Stone. So this is going to be similar to obviously the Prism Shard events that basically rotate in and out, and then Plarium has full control over what they put in the pool and how much it costs and the rates and everything. So these are incredibly good events from Plarium's standpoint, in my opinion, because they basically have full control over everything: price, odds, champions allowable. However, there are some situations where it might be beneficial to the player. So let's see how this works for us in our favor here. So first of all, we have a shop free special here. We got a, blah, blah, blah. Where's the special one? There we go. There's my free gift. So you got a free gift here. You got 1 free pull, 50 Prism Jewels. Like I said, this amount will be different every Prism pool. But we get 1 free one for this time. The pack expires in 2 days and 13 hours. So I was thinking maybe I can hold this for the next pool, for example. But if there was any benefit to that, I was thinking about that for a second. But the summon pool actually ends in 3 days and 13 hours. So the gift does expire before this pool ends. So make sure you guys claim your gift. Make sure you guys summon it. But here it is. Here is the Altar of Souls, the Mighty Soul Summon pool. I really hate that, it's just going to be more word gymnastics for me. But yeah, this new system looks cool. I like the look of this gem. It looks really nice. I've seen it activated. It looks really cool as well. So jumping into the legendaries, there's 30 legendaries here. I mean, that's a significant decrease from the 200 or so legendaries that we have available to us so far. There's epics in here and there's rares. Word of warning. So if you guys remember in the past when they started the Prism Shard system, they did include rares in the pools, and then eventually they removed the rares completely. So in the future, if you guys are spenders in the future, they might fully remove the rares, and then you guys might get more bang for your buck when you guys are spending on these jewels. Right now, it's going to be $5 US per pull, per 1 pull here. Similar price point as the Immortal Stone, so the middle stone here. In terms of how the odds stack up in this event, the odds basically stack up in line with the middle one. It's a lot better than a base event for Soulstone. So this Prism Soulstone is a lot better than the middle one for the equivalent Soulstone, that's non-Prism. But during a 2x, for example, boosted event for the Immortal Soulstone, this one is still slightly better, but only very slightly. So is it a good deal? It's actually, yeah, it's a good deal if you care about, obviously, these 30 legendaries. So if you care about this reduced pool, if you care about this, then yeah, it's going to be a net positive. There are some negatives here to this system because, first of all, there's not going to be an event that captures this unless it's going to be the Soulstone Chase. So you can't really use these jewels to summon these stones during events like Hero's Path or any kind of event that gives you guys points. For Soulstone Chase, you guys can get points by summoning whatever rarity of champion that you guys end up getting. So there is some benefit there. The other thing is we won't be able to stack these up. So you get these in pretty limited quantity unless you're spending, in which case I also have another word of warning, in which case you can't get mythicals from these prism stones. So you can't get mythicals from these prism stones. And in the end, mythicals is probably where the big spenders are probably pushing towards, and probably what Plarium is trying to probably milk out the rest of the population for. So if you're a big spender, you're going to be basically kind of capped out in some of these stones, some of these champions pretty quickly, and then you'll be looking for mythical champions only. So just a word of warning, I think more mythicals are going to be coming down the pipeline, so they're probably trying to max out and milk out the rest of the legendaries in terms of what people want to get. So the thing with soul stones is that once you pull like the best stone, the 6-star stone, 6-star soul, sorry, like for example 6-star Taras, you're basically done with this particular champion. It's not like when you're pulling shards, you can basically keep pulling and pulling and pulling, and then you'll get other, you get lots of other things along with it. But for soul stones, once you pull the big guy, like the 6-star, or once you get it, you're kind of like done with that, and then you move on to the next kind of. But yeah, for champions, it's a lot different. I think for shards, you just kind of keep pulling, and then you can empower. I don't know if getting a 6-star blessing is harder or easier than getting empowerments. It feels like it's easier, so that's why I feel like the rates for these are so atrocious, because it feels easier to get the 6-star, which is basically just capping, versus getting 5 copies of Taras to fully empower him. And honestly, the stat benefit from fully empowered Taras versus 6-star Taras is kind of close. So soul stones are a huge boost to your champion if you can get the right one, but the rates are pretty atrocious. So yeah, in the end, these might actually be helpful to whoever needs like a 6-star of whichever champion is very important to their roster. For example, 6-star Sifi, for example. Is it worth the money in my opinion? I mean, versus this, you get no chance of getting mythicals. You get slightly better chance of getting some higher value epic and maybe legendaries. Is it better? I'm not too sure. I mean, if you're a spender, you have to be aware that mythicals are probably the future, and getting a lot of these in like mid-tier souls aren't going to be super important. So that's something to be aware of. And since we aren't able to really farm these up and save them, we can't really capitalize on a specific pool that we're looking for. So we're still at the mercy of whatever pool and cost that they're giving us. Ultimately, I feel like this is basically just a better version of this, like an 8X. It's a better wish list. It's a better wish list system that has a reduced pool, so you get more odds on the 8X, and you get better rates right here. So these rates similar to a boosted event for the Immortal Stone. But yeah, so I feel maybe it's worth it, I guess, if you're a big spender in this way. But like I said, we got to be worried about the lack of mythicals here. So maybe in the future, there might be different prism stones that maybe target mythicals with them. Or maybe in the future, they just put mythicals in the pool. So this is obviously the first pool with this new system. So Plarium will test the waters and see how the revenue and all that will be shaping up for this system. If it's not well received, then they'll probably tweak it a little bit. With that being said, don't expect to get a free summon again, since there was never a free Prism summon again. However, there will be some jewels available in the Ice Golem turn attack coming up during CVC, so you guys can try to get that and try your luck at another big stone. Obviously, free things are great. if you guys get lucky with a big pull here or impactful pull, congratulations. That's just a huge boost to your account. You can't really knock it because it's free, but I'm just saying as a system as a whole, it feels not really that beneficial to most players. And even for whales, I think they need to be a little bit cautious about overspending on this, because even though the rates are slightly better and you have some targeted, some more odds of getting whatever the target is here, I feel like overspending on this is basically just Plarium milking the last of the legendary pool from everyone as they push more towards mythicals in the near future. Also, guys, make sure you guys save the save your summon for CVC. So CVC is in 13 hours from now. Make sure you guys save your summons, because a big stone actually is still worth a little bit of extra points. Sorry, as in champion objectives. So if you can get a perfect soul, so if you guys can summon a big soul here, 6-star legendary soul is 30,000 points. It's basically summoning a brand new legendary, like a fragment legendary, for example. So there's no reason not to hold on to it. Hold on to your free pull and pull during CVC. Obviously, once Ice Golem drops, you guys can summon that shard as well. If they give us the free 50, I'm not 100% sure that they're going to give us the free 50 in this Ice Golem event. They could give us like 40 or something, and then those 40 would carry over, similar to Prism Shard pools. And just going across that same thought process, if there was ever a time to maybe like hold on to the summons, you guys can definitely look for a Soulstone Chase and try to get some extra points there by summoning there as well. So similar to the Prism Shard system, you guys can summon the Prism Shards during like a champion chase, and then you guys get points there. So for these Soulstones, you can wait for a Soulstone Chase and then summon these Prism Soulstones during that event. But I think for this first ever pool event, we're probably clear of any Soulstone Chase events, since they already given us a bit of the calendar to work with. So we can probably summon our Prism Stones without worrying about that. All right, so that's going to be it for the video. I think overall, I think this system, it gives you a little bit slightly better odds. Obviously, it's going to give you much better odds as you care about the targeted pool. However, if you're a spender already and you're spending big money on Immortal Soulstones or Plus, it's probably okay for you to spend here. But if you're a big spender, you're probably looking for mythical souls. So the value of these legendaries might not be as high for you. So that's definitely something to consider as well. And obviously there is a diluted rare pool here, but we can only hope that they remove the rares in the future. So there is some positive and negative as well for this new system. But I think overall it's probably a small net positive, especially if you still need some of the big souls for some of these key champions here. But overall, it's still a spender event. You're not going to be able to get too many of these free to play, 1 or 2 probably per pool event, similar to how Prism Shard events are currently. And I guess a similar complaint that I had with the Prism Shard system is that this new Jewel system, or Jewel reward, basically just dilutes your rewards in events, various events. You might get pieces or, you know, small amounts of jewels that basically take up key resources for earlier mid-game players, like energy, gems, you know, a book, epic book, or anything like that. So it might, you know, I'm not that favorable for resource dilution, especially if you only get a piece of it. It's not going to be useful for you immediately. If you don't get a full summon, it's not going to be immediately useful. And of course, like for earlier mid-game players, it's not really useful to pull a good soul for a champion you don't have. And if you don't have a super developed roster, these are pretty much net negatives because you're not going to get anything in immediate return. And that's kind of what you're looking for as an earlier mid-game player. So overall, it's another system that kind of crams into the whole... It just inflates the whole currencies in this game. Like there's so many currencies in this game that's so dang confusing. And it doesn't really help earlier mid-game players that need kind of immediate resources, energy, gems, books, that kind of stuff, shards. So yeah, it's honestly, I'm not too thrilled about this. Personally, like, it's good. It gives me a chance to get something, you know, very impactful for my account, but overall, I think it's probably a net negative for early or mid game players. And for end game players, I think they need to be a little bit careful as well, since of course the game is pushing towards mythicals, right? Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's going to be my opinion on everything. Hopefully, there was something insightful here in what I said. Like I said, I'll be streaming today at the start of CVC, so hopefully I'll see you guys there. We'll be doing a giveaway. Make sure you guys check the link for my Discord channel in the description below, so you guys can join up and be ready for that call to action for the giveaway. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this Prism system. Sorry it's a little bit late. It's Monday. It's a little busy. Family's all sick and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I got it out. Anyways, guys, have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.